First half of these OTAs have gone really good. I mean, really good. And I told him that. I like the energy. I feel like we're younger, and you kind of feel that at practice.
Welcome into Advent Health All Access. Time to go in depth with Parker Gabriel of the Denver Post. He's got the most comprehensive coverage of the Broncos, so we're so happy that you are here. Sean Payton says, feels like it's a younger vibe there. One place where it's certainly younger, Parker, is the quarterbacks. I want to go through these guys one by one with you to see what you've taken from the practices so far. Let's start, of course, rookie quarterback Bo Nix. What do you like? What do you still need to see from him?
Yeah, well, I think what you like is just the sort of processing. You know, it certainly looks like he understands what he's doing. And the thing I think to keep in mind, which is the thing we're still waiting to see, is just that it's so early. Like, he looks good in a rookie minicamp. You're playing against tryout players, no pads. Now it's OTAs, no pads. Halfway through training camp, when he's actually getting rushed, maybe that joint practice against Green Bay in mid-August, each test, he's handled them well so far, and that's what you want to see at this stage. But there's a long way to go, and I think you're just sort of looking for that the first time he gets hit, the first time he takes off and runs in a real situation. All those things are each little step along the way of trying to figure out how to play as a rookie.
Now, when you shift over to Zach Wilson, one thing Sean Payton says is he likes his experience, but it certainly seems like Zach Wilson needs some football rehab. Is there any chance you think that he could end up winning the job and actually, let's say, keep it all season?
I think it's possible. Yeah. I don't know that you'd maybe say that's the most likely outcome at this point with the way the quarterback room is structured. And I think you hit it exactly on the head. With Zach Wilson, you can see the talent. When you watch Bo Nix, Zach Wilson, Jarrett Stidham stand next to each other and throw the ball, he has arm talent that jumps off the page that the other two just simply don't have. And you can also sort of see that he's just trying to figure it out. The footwork, all that stuff is like, it just sort of looks like he really wants it to work, and maybe it doesn't quite yet. And so it's one of those things where on pure talent, he's got everything you could possibly want. And then it's just a question of whatever happened in those 3 years in New York, can he sort of unwind all of that stuff, start fresh, and build off of all that talent that he has. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to watch. And then, of course, you've got Jarrett Stidham, where sometimes I feel a little bad. I almost look at Stiddy and I say, oh, he's steady. Seems like a great backup. But when you look at him, he's the only one who's got experience in Sean Payton's system. How do you think this offseason unfolds for him?
Yeah, well, what he's got to do is he's got to build off of that advantage he has. That's the biggest thing he's got going for him, is that he's got a year on them. But every day, it's sort of interesting. Sean Payton said this after the rookie minicamp, where the rookies are playing catch-up. Everybody's playing catch-up. And so if you're Jarrett Stidham, the thing that you have to do is not let Bo Nix catch up. You know, you have to keep learning, keep building, keep putting things on tape. Recently, last time we were at OTA practice, he made a great throw down the field to Marvin Mims, but it's just a matter of, they keep saying that they don't think they've seen everything that Jarrett Stidham has to offer yet. And the question is he going to put himself in position to show more in a real game situation?
It almost feels like this is Bo's job to lose. Would you agree or disagree with that?
No, I totally agree. I mean, you just, no matter what, Zach Wilson, number 2 overall pick 3 years ago. Jarrett Stidham, a year in the system. But you just don't draft a quarterback in the first round, even if he's the 6th one taken in the first round, if you're not planning on giving him every chance, every resource to play. And so it's a matter of when Bo Nix plays, not if. He's going to get a chance. The question is just, is it going to be in Seattle week 1 of the season in early September? And I would be surprised at the end of the day if that's not the case, but of course he's got to go win the job.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Outside of quarterbacks, and obviously we're going to spend a lot of time on quarterbacks, what competition intrigues you the most?
Well, there's a bunch. Running back is a good one, just because Javonte Williams, each guy's sort of in a unique position. Javonte Williams is now a full year, a full season off of that knee injury that was in October of 2022. Samaje Perine, really reliable pass catcher last year, didn't get a lot of carries, and then Jaleel McLaughlin made the team as an undrafted guy and had some highlight plays, but you also don't, are any of them exactly every down backs? Javonte was that before he got hurt. Can he get back to that form? And then also you draft Audric Estime in the 5th round. They gave a pretty nice guarantee to an undrafted kid named Watson out of Memphis, and so there's just like, there's enough players in that group, and Sean Payton said we're looking at heavy competition that you could see it being the same 3 guys as last year, or you could see it looking quite a bit different, and it really will be won in training camp once the pads come on.
Quickly before I let you go, any concern about Courtland Sutton?
I don't really think so. I don't think that his contract is in a situation where he's actually going to hold out. I would be surprised if he missed the beginning of training camp. Even if he did, he's just not really in a position contractually to go where it makes sense for him to go into the season the way it is for some players who skip voluntary workouts. And I think it's worth pointing out that this is a voluntary time of the year, and so I don't think so. It'd be great, obviously, for the Broncos if he was around, but at this point, Marvin Mims really casually said the other day, when Cortland gets back, and I think that will happen at some point.
All right, well, that'll be great, and hopefully we have you back, Parker, the best Broncos coverage. Make sure you follow him all season long, and we'll catch up with you again soon.